So welcome to this beautiful walkthrough. I couldn't decide whether to do an audio or just let this one play. In the end I decided to do an audio because there are just some bits that I think are not obvious just from watching the walkthrough. The game's absolutely beautiful. It's mainly an exploration game and gathering. It's got mixed reviews. From what I understand, people do not like it because it's supposed to be a co-op game and the co-op doesn't work very well. It's fairly a new game, and people have said it can get a bit repetitive. I think it kind of depends on the sort of person you are. Some people absolutely love gathering till the end of time and building and expanding villages and things. Other people, they like to plow on through and get on with things, so it kind of depends, but we'll have a look and see how far we go with this. The cutscenes are absolutely beautiful and something a bit different. So a couple of nice things I want to point out before we start. So now we have the fill order for the village. If we go to our tab, we've got to get some resin, and now we have a few more options to get that resin, although we have to wait for a few trees to grow here. It's a little bit barren at the moment. Everything does take real time in this game, but there are some things we can do in the meantime. We can gather materials for other things we need. Here's one of the trees growing, and we can plant some trees. So let's go to our seeds bit, and we're going to put these little seeds here, which are the tree seeds, into our inventory using the link command, which is the button R, and we'll put them as button 8. Now there is this sort of bug thing which I think confuses a lot of people, where when you put down a seed, as I'm going to do now, you can see it's a little green bit in front of me. It's going to say there's not enough room to plant it. Now they will grow and they will grow to full size, but wherever you put them it says that, and it gets very frustrating because you can't think, well, isn't there enough room? There we go, that's just part of this, unfortunately. We'll put another one here. I'm sure it does have an effect on your tree and what and how it grows, what it grows and how it grows, but I haven't actually found a spot where they grow properly. Oh, there we go, that one's good. That was a good spot. And yet that one's got as many stones and things around it as all the others, so you tell me. But we've got some growing, we've got some little animals. Just going to show you the edge of our boundaries here. And just for your information, I have tried it on a very flat area and had exactly the same error messages. Right, so we've got berry bush there, we're going to gather that because that's another quest. So the other part of the little green guy's quest over here, here he is in front of us, is to feed the animals. And that is basically us throwing different types of food onto the ground so they can eat it. You sort of want to throw it near to them, but it's impossible to get it right in front of them because they just run away. But the good news is, as soon as you throw something, things will come and eat it if you give it a minute or so, and you will get awarded for it. So we'll repeat the process with the berries. There we go, we'll put them, using the R button again, we'll put them into slot number 7. It will remember what you've put in there if you gather more things, even if you've used them all. So button 7, if we press our right mouse key, we get this little icon come up that shows us we're going to throw something, and we're going to try and throw it in front of that guy. Oh, 7. No, don't eat it. There we go. Hopefully he'll eat that in a minute. There we go. You can see some hearts and some green flying in the air, and if you look up to the right box in the top corner of my screen, you'll see it's gone up to 32, and that means we're actually gaining anonymity. Dear oh dear, I can't pronounce that, can Okay, so we're going to try and feed some more animals because that's part of our quest. You don't want to use all your berries up because it's also food for you, and you will need it if you get into a fight at this stage to redo your health. There's another one. Now this one here is a resin tree in front of me. I don't really want to cut it down because it's the only one we've got at the moment. We will sprinkle some berries around and see if our anonymity is up. That's going to be fun, the whole recording experience. Okay. So we've got 5 berries left. We're up to 36 so far. So the animals are eating our food, and when they eat your food they will poop, and they will also, if you're lucky, drop another item, especially if they're bigger. So feeding them becomes quite an important part of the game. You don't have to feed them on this particular patch, you can feed them different parts of the world. I just find this quite bountiful for finding different items and that, so hence why I'm over here. Spending a little bit of time in your ecosystem is never a bad thing. There's a bit more, we're up to 40. Now the seeds at the top of the tree here have already regrown, so we can climb up and grab a few more. And we can plant some more trees, and that will let us really chop down that resin tree that we need the resin for our other quest. So we'll plant a few more trees, button 8 if you've put it in the same one as me. To our resin tree. Now a little bit later on, when your ecosystem has improved a little bit, you can actually find little pools of resin to dig up, but at the moment your ecosystem, I've never found them this early in the game. It's not that far in, but it's a little bit further than where we are at the moment. So hopefully we've got our axe. Let's have a look. Yes, we do have our axe. E to equip it, and E to harvest. Now our amenity is 68, it's now gone down to 65 because we've chopped down the fir tree. So that's the balance we're looking to keep. Now I'm just going to check my orders, fill orders, and we've got everything there, so we can head back to the farm and hand that quest in. Hopefully in that time our little ecosystem will improve a little bit. Oh, there's another resin tree popped right up there. Don't forget loads of materials to pick up though, because we've got to build some more tools before we really do much else. So this little stand is where we hand in our fill orders, and there's our little village taking shape.
Stamp galam kinash. Jingo yukalim store la pu. La jor polo akaku.
Olal stal kwaluchak.
Alak patuf. Ikumpa.
Heluna. Pour le pouche pas, chachou. Jara la jushamu.
Je tu impagit. Stimple pamaro chastar.
Hakpalu. Gap gakna. Gap imp. Jumpas tu or root bumps tu.
Ju impargaro. Katawil jo. Pula jigu pam kirna. Aram jual stika u kirn juhu. La rapur. Juhu bu konko paprakala ju stokir. Stjorkin juhu pok chorn jupulnok. Tornast ak al shimu. Stal kul juhu sterun rubin. Mpa kapur. Konku pusha. Letapalo. Ushastalan shala umla jol buker. Justustampan. Uihu, larp shimu. Ashtunu arpu pago. Ualishu pagaru.
So we've got 2 new quests. So we have 2 new quests. The first is to bring food to the village. Excuse me. Frog in my throat. Right. Now to use the shimmy scope, for me it's the middle mouse button. But we need an animal to actually look at through it. I'm sure we'll find one when we're looking for this hunter guy. That's the mask merchant. We need to talk to him a little bit later on. He will give us masks for certain things. But as we're so early in the game, I don't think it's really worth talking to him at the moment. Now, I just thought I saw a little creature. There we go. You've got to keep the shimmy scope on them for a little while. And then it'll tell you what it is. But while we're trying to find this hunter, we will... I thought we had a shovel. Oh, it's got to be a stone shovel. Let's have a look. Just double check. No, we do only have the one, but we can make the others. That's what it is. Because I thought I hadn't made them, so let's try and make that one. And the stone hatchet we need to make as well. The other ones we haven't got the materials for. Okay, so now we should be able to dig this guy up. And you'll see that our amenity went down then. Just want to check. Oh, nothing in the fill orders. Let's just check our journal. Maybe the hunter quest isn't active until we do this first part of the farming quest. It's not showing there, although she did mention it, so perhaps that's what it is. I'm sure he's going to appear at some point. But until he does, we won't be able to get the hide and meat, because he basically helps us out with our first weapons. Right, now let's concentrate on what we should be concentrating on, and that is building this crafting table. So we need wood, hide and flint. We're going to have to attack our animals a slightly different way And try and get that hide if we can't find the hunter. Now let's see if we can get this stone pickaxe. Let's have a look at that one. Need another stone one. And we've got our first bit of flint, brilliant. Now we need more wood and of course hide. Now there might be a chance we can attack an animal with this pickaxe. I'm not sure how well we'll fare. I probably don't want to go attacking the wizard with it. Now see that little lightning around my head? That usually means that there is a animal we don't want to fight, or we don't want to let touch us. There we go, around us. Doesn't look like he dropped anything though. When you kill an animal, your immunity goes down as well, unless it's withered. I think you're okay if it's withered. And you get usually a little bag with some things in. This guy's pretty fast though. Sorry, little mate. Oh dear. Right, we've got one hide and some meat there, so we need 2 hides, I think, to finish the quest. That's a shovel, there he is. Sorry, little guy. There's the little bag I was talking about. And hide meat again, so that's brilliant. We've got everything. We don't want to go killing animals just for any reason, because that's going to lower our immunity. We want to put that up, really. Right, we're going to need clay later on, so do pick up any clay you see. Right, now I think we needed wood as well. Bush, that's good news, always pick those up. All we need is a little bit more wood now. Now that sounds a simple thing to find, especially as I've just picked up a few pieces. But sometimes you can wander around for ages looking for just one thing, and wood usually seems to be the thing that I'm looking for. Exploring doesn't really hurt. You can always find some chests or something lying about, or some more materials. And a lot of this game, to be fair, is going to be looking for materials. And I won't be videoing all of that once we get into the game a bit further. I will just be videoing the key moments. No one wants to watch a video of people running about gathering stuff all the time, but there is a certain part of it where you want to know where you get certain things from, especially as the game gets a little bit more developed. Now if you want to go running about, and exploring, there are lots of treasure chests about, and usually some nice things in them for building materials and such. They're usually somewhere high up, which is why I'm up here exploring, or slightly out of the way, maybe in the ruins and stuff. Now this is a pollen pod down here. I haven't worked out how to use it yet. I think it's a little bit further into game. We will get to that a little bit further on. Kind of running about a bit aimlessly now. We need to get back on track looking for this wood. Now over there you can see something glowing red. I'm not going to go too far because I haven't got great weapons yet. But that is a withered nest. They're the little ones that will come straight at you. And you'll get an achievement to get rid of those nests. So I'm going to leave it in place until I get that, and until I've got some proper tools. Clay. And these strange seeds, you need to be collecting those as well. For a little bit further on from what we're doing at the moment. Doesn't seem to be a lot of wood here, so I'm going to head back to the farm area. Loads of stone though. A few more seeds up on our tree. I might as well grab those. Our tree growing was most successful around the edge. go back and check. I should think what we've got left to do is feeding.
La shula just.
We've got... Looks like we're all done.
Shoo, Hachi.
How much does he want? He's going to ask for amenities every so often. And he also wants some dung, which we haven't got all of yet. So we'll come back in a moment when we've picked some more up.
A cocktail. Or pasta just here.
Just be careful you don't throw all your berries away. Like I just have. We've again got sidetracked off the wood quest. Looking for poo now. Wonderful. In every good game there is a poo quest. Right, that could be a while, so we'll come back when we've found some more food, I think. As you develop this ecosystem through the quest chain, you will start finding more things growing, more materials, things like that. And it will get a little bit easier. But as said, this is a prime example of trying to find one thing and it not being anywhere. Now these spindle roots can offer a few different things. Roots can be fed to the animals and also seeds, and I think sometimes you might get some thatch or something off them. Let's see how we're doing with the wood. 3 more bits. Just keep looking. There's one. Some more clay. I must say, pick up the clay when you see it, because I think I probably spent an hour last time in game running around trying to find some. We need a high grade weapon before we can dig that one up. Ah, and there's our hunter guy. Let's go talk to him.
Ah, Coricin, Cacil! Tulorka ra aljik kalegun. Torekim kitao patorik.
Brilliant. Now I've got the quest. We've just got to kill 3 animals with his bow, I think it is. And we also still need to pick up that last bit of elusive wood for that quest. Let's just check if it's with the bow or if it's with anything. Oh, it's observe the creatures first before we get to killing them. I'm so violent. Right. Let's go back to our ecosystem to observe them with the shimmy scope. Hopefully that's the wood now we've got. Right. I don't think we've got any others here at the moment, just the 2, so we might have to go and find one of those with to look at. Although I do keep hearing things roar, I don't think we've got much other animals. Now these dragonfly things, these little bird things, I thought it was going to identify at one point, but they're just so fast. Right, let's find something else to look for. And before we go, I'll just check. We should have enough dung now to complete this part.
La shulak shu.
Turn all in.
Ashu akud shimu. Shima. Kato pakalak luhu. La shulak just.
So for the next expansion, we need to feed 15 creatures, plant 10 seeds, harvest the grand seed from the big tree, and grow it the big seed from the tree. Now, last time I did this and got the grand seed up here, I made a huge mistake. I planted it in the middle of the ecosystem, and what the point of the big seed is really is to expand your ecosystem. So you want to build it somewhere that's going to expand your perimeter. So you want to build it on the edge of your perimeter. That's going to give you more space, more land. Of course, I decided to build it somewhere silly, didn't I? So let's have a look inside our best spot for building it. I think possibly here, so it goes across there. We need to be far enough in to plant it. We've got a tiny bit of new land in the ecosystem. Now we can expand this one as well by giving it amenity, but we need to make sure we've got enough amenity to give it before we just go handing that out, because that's quite a special resource. And we have more creatures, look, over in our main forest, so it's also added to that. And we can pull out our shimmy scope and observe one of them. Might do the others as well while we're here, because I think it gives you 2 or 3 more animals. Maybe it takes a bit of time. Oh, there's another one. Now, as it's getting bigger, this is what you're going to find: little creatures with injured bones. Oh, heartbreaking. Now you've got to give them certain things to fix them, but if you fix them you do get usually some amenity, and also, like on the bigger animals, they'll drop a couple of things as well, and usually it's something like 3 things of the food they eat, so it'll be berries or roots or something like that. I was going to say it's a really good opportunity to actually feed some of them, so I need to link that route to the inventory. Right, 6. Oops, I'm 7. There's some dung for us. Ideal. Stop eating it. And as per usual, I've eaten half of the animal's food. Okay, brilliant. So we can head back over here now. We've got to go and kill some of the animals. Ooh. Oh no, we haven't. We had to do the shimmy scope first, didn't we? I'm always ahead of myself in this game. Desperate to kill the animals. I can find him again after it was such a pain to find the first time. What I noticed last time, and I've noticed this time, is as we improve the ecosystem, the actual land outside the ecosystem also improves a little bit immediately outside. We've got a little bit of grass now.
Patorik alu gupak.
So I'm just going to equip the bow. Now you need to be careful with the arrows. I don't think you get many. We might be out already. You can pick them up. So we're already going to have to use the spear until we get some more arrows. I'm sure they lasted longer last time. But okay. And meat and hide, brilliant. Loads of wood now, see? Always the same. Another berry bush. More wood. That was a bad guy signal. Where is it? There it is. Right, we need to find another one of those little cute guys. Don't think he's the right one. Mushroom. These are good for picking because they give you food for the animals. Oops. That was not the way to do it, was it, with the spade? Do not follow what I do. Oh dear. Okay, so we should now be able to turn in the hunter quest, and we should be able to build our construction table. See if we can plant a few more trees to get us back in the Forest Guy's good books. Even, I wanted to say as well, even if it says there's not enough room for your tree, if you watch the amenity counter, it's still going up really well. So you're still doing good things by planting. Right, let's head back and hand these quests in and build the construction table before we do any more over at the forest. Let's find a nice spot for our construction table. Fit it in here, I think. Now when you've made it, should go somewhere around here. There it is. It's going to be too big to fit in there, isn't it? Brilliant. Once you've got the construction table, it allows you to build a load of other things, specifically the farmland, which we need to do in a minute. But first we also need to go and find Hunter Guy. Oh, actually I think we need some fish for him as well. So we'll go over to the lake. Now this is much easier to do with the bow if you've got your bow and arrows. But we're going to have to do it with our spear. Because I don't think we've got any arrows left. Let's just try again. Oh, perhaps it's just me being silly then. Now the fish last time always looked like they were half dead. They were swimming on their sides all the time. Let's see if we can find one. There's one. Ah, you don't want to do that because I'll just swim away. There's one. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Now, once you've hit them, they'll kind of float to the top. So they're easy enough to go and grab. Can't remember how many we needed of the fish. One fish meat. I always like to gather a few more than whatever a quest tells you to. There we go. One. Those two. Okay, brilliant.
Chimp kachil. Stimpuma pa piwa patorik. Shila ral runik. Patorik alu gupak. Ra ajik kalegun. Bok kurukal urustim.
So for this quest, I think I'm going to switch to the spear. Now, remember those nests I pointed out earlier, the big red ones? That's what we're looking for. Usually they place one quite near this guy to destroy. And when you get those little lightning bits around your head, you know there's a withered one about. There he is. Drop there. Not sure they do drop anything. There's a nest. Brilliant. Now once you've killed off the withering around it, and I think they will keep coming, walk up to it and press the E key, and that will actually destroy the nest. And we actually got a lot of amenity for destroying that nest. So we'll head back over. Oh, he did drop something, the little one we killed. Brilliant. Oh, it's a beetle pup. I don't remember killing him. Okay. Head back over to the quest guy. Here he is.
Ah, Korichim Kachil! Bok Kurukal, Urustim, Ra'ajik, Kalegoon! Stimkumapa, Piwapatorik. Ra'ajik, Kalegoon!
And you'll notice he gave us a bit of armour, which we've put on him immediately, so that's wonderful. Right, now we've completed his hunter quests, we're able to get a bit more hide and food in the terms of meat. That doesn't really help us with putting food down for the animals yet, but it's better for us and feeding ourselves. Now let's see if we can get the farm going. Let's have a look at our next quest in the chain. Build a cozy farming hut. So we're going to have to go to our table and see what materials are required for that one. Cozy farming hut is... kip is what we need. Now, to make kip, basically we go to this guy here and we sell him things. Scrap or vegetables. Now we can't make the vegetables quite yet because we haven't got the seeds, I believe, unless this guy will talk to us. Yeah, I don't think he will.
Gorguash. Oh.
Now the other way you can make kip is to actually scrap your weapons that are there's no way to repair them, so, well, not at the moment, so basically when your weapon gets down to nearly gone in functionality, there's a little red bar at the bottom. You can scrap them for kip, which is like the trading currency. I can't remember, I was given that as a quest reward I think last time, because I didn't get to actually scrapping anything, so I can't remember how we got it. Let's have a look and see if the quest helps us out anymore. Earn kip from a crop merchant. Or you can do it by completing quests. There must be another quest around that we need to complete, because I'm sure that's how I did it last time. Oh, you can find it in chests as well. Now, I wonder... Now we could scrap one of our weapons. The stone hatchet is probably the one for chopping down trees. Oh, we've got two stone hatchets. So let's scrap this one by pressing the X button. And then I wonder, I think we might have to have 100 bits of it before we can sell it. Oh, but we don't, do we need to sell it? Sorry, I'm confusing everybody now. And we need 100 for one kip, so and I'm positive that I did a quest for it last time. So our options are that we either build loads of weapons to scrap, which seems a bit pointless, or we go and find a treasure chest with something, which could take a long time. So I think what I'll do is I will do that off camera, because that's going to be really boring for you guys to watch if I go looking for chests. I'm sure there was a quest that gave it to me last time, unless the quest rewards are random. But either way, I have to get on with this, so I think I should do that off camera, and if I find any treasure chests, I'll come back on and I'll show you on the map where they are. We'll do that. So I decided to go down the route of making the tools and scrapping them. It was a little bit of a mess around, but I didn't have to go far to find the stuff, and you can see I pressed the X key to scrap them, and all of a sudden I've got 330 scrap, but I swear I had 100 a minute ago, so I don't know where the 330 came from. But anyway, I've got a load of kit and I'm ready to sell it. So we're going to go here and I'm going to sell it to this guy, E. No, I'm not going to sell it to this guy. There we go. Super. So if we head back over here, we should now be able to build this one, the cozy farming hut. Just have a little look here. We're going to need some resin to build the farm in a minute, but we know where to get our resin from, the trees in our ecosystem. So let's place down this hut for a family to live in, and we'll do that just on the edge here, I think. This looks like a cute spot, so let's look in our inventory. Where would it be? Oh, it might be... there it is. So we press the F key to use it. Let's see if we can find a space big enough for it. Let's rotate it a bit. Maybe we should put it up here. There we go. Now we should be able to hand that quest in, I hope. We'll go back to Ajit. Over here. He was stood on top of his box. There he is.
Ah, Ogu Chorkibnoru. Pakaru Aghasba.
Akporab impa'an inustu.
So then we get a slightly different menu. That only works within the village boundary. Well, not the boundaries. The village has a boundary outside, which isn't... I haven't worked out how to see how far that is yet. But you can build outside the village as part of the village. Now by pressing the B key... Whoops, that didn't work, did it? Drop something. There we go, there's the build. We can build different things in here. For tier 1 we've got the farm, the compost shed, and that's production, and then we can go into general, which is different storage things, I believe. So I'm not sure, can't remember which one we do first. I think it's the farm. Now for the farm we need wood and resin, so we'll find both those things over at our ecosystem, which is this way. And hopefully we've got a lot of anonymity saved up. So we can afford to chop down some trees here. Now I will just have a quick scout around and make sure we haven't got any resin pools yet, because I'd rather do it that way than chop down one of the trees, but needs must as it is. Can't see any yet. We can throw down some food for the animals though. Now, one thing I found when helping the injured animals is you'll find one injured, you'll go off and find the food around the ecosystem, and when you come back the animal's walking around, it's absolutely fine. You have to wait for the next one to be injured to be able to help it. I also wanted to have a look at this tree, see if we could give it some amenity. And we must also, while we're here, check in with our little forest guy and make sure we are clearing things off his list as well.
La Shulak just.
So we've done plant the seed. Fully grown plants we've done. Harvest the grand seed. We've got to plant some more trees and feed some more creatures. Nearly there. Let's go up and get some more seeds over here. Well, that didn't work very well. Okay, mushroom up here, we'll grab that one. Right, and did we needed resin, didn't we? So these are the resin trees here. I think it was 3, I can't remember. We have some serious making up to do now. Better get planting some trees. Well, that seems to have sorted out our problem a little bit with our losing all that amenity. There's a resin pool. There's our first resin pool. We'll grab that one as well. Okay. I think we also needed some wood. I think that's usually, we're finding most of that now in between the ecosystem and the village. So we'll have a little look around. Now all these little seeds you're finding, strange seeds, fibrous seeds, all those little ones, are about to come into play when we get the farm built here. Whoops, that was silly. You do get a little bit more from chopping down dead trees, but of course you're losing amenity then. Right, so we need to build this farm. Got everything, so now we just need to find a nice place to put it. If we can get over here. Might not work over here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Before we can really, there were some steps here, but they seem to have disappeared. Before we can really make use of the farm, we've still got a few more bits to build on it. It should have a little area we can add more things to it, I think. On the other side, there we go. Right, got all those. We'll turn those ones in. Learning new food recipes each time, so that's good. Is that it? That looks good. There's the farm. But before we can use the farm, there's something else we need to build. If we go back to our build menu, we need to build the storage that Ajit asked us to, and we need to build this compost shed. So we need to find some more dung, so that'll be back over at the ecosystem. It doesn't look like we can build the storage yet, but I'm sure he said that was part of the quest. I'll just make sure there's no more upgrades I've got to do to this. Can't see it. Can't see the podium anymore, so I think that's fine. Oh, there's our steps. These never go down to the floor properly, even though I try to make sure that the farm is placed lower down onto things. They never seem to fit properly. Let's head back to the village. Right, we need to build the compost shed near the farm, really. We needed some more wood, I think, didn't we, and resin. Let's just check what it was. Build. Compost shed. Dung it was actually. Neither of those. Back over here. There's a bit of wood there. Berry bush, excellent, we needed that. Here I am eating food again while trying to feed the animals. I am awful. Right, I need more berries to help him. Mushroom that. I need to grab that for food. And there is what we are looking for. Lots of poo. Right, I think it's worth checking in with him while we're here as well, see if we've got everything. Oh, I've just got to feed 2 more creatures and we can upgrade again, so... And I've only got 2 berries left. Oh, I don't want to use all my berries up. I think I've got some meat though, or some fish that I can cook. So we will sacrifice our berries. That should be him done.
La shula just.
Right, he wants 100 amenity again.
Hakalakalu. Ashu hakuru. Shimu. Shima.
So we'll just check with him
Just.
what our next ones are. Plant seeds from other ecosystems. Harvest ground seeds from the colossal tree. And feed Juvor in ecosystem. Let's go up and grab some more seeds of all sorts then. We should have a grand seed up here, I'm hoping. Oh, we've got flying creatures now. How cool is that? Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Right, we've got grand seed. So good. I think he's new. think we've got to feed this guy. So heat, meat, raw meat. I think we've got some of that. So let's put it into a slot and see if we can actually feed him. No, walked right past it. There are a few of them though, so hopefully they'll pick it up in a minute. Wow, he just despawned right in front of us. Right, let's check what it was we needed over here. Right, we were trying to build the fertilizer thing. I can't remember if we needed resin, so we should pick it up really before we go back. Oops. Just to make sure, because I don't want to come back again. There we go. While we're here, we're going to go and talk to this guy here, and he should give us some advice on lettuce seeds. He gives us requests for storage bins, which we'll be able to do in a second. Right. So let's head up to the farm. Now we change the seeds here, I believe it is. Or is it? Oh, here. Go over to these seed poddy bits and you'll get a little icon come up saying press E to use the seed converter, and we want really to make mostly lettuce seeds at the moment. Make 15. Make a few carrot seeds. Whatever that is. Oh, we can only make one of those, okay. Want to make those, definitely. Okay, and that's going to enable us to start planting. Now, when I did this the first time, I found nothing to tell me how to start planting, and it's basically so simple that it blows your mind how simple it is. I didn't even use those mud things that I've just put in my inventory last time. So you can see I've got these mud things this time. I'm going to try and put those down. Let's just turn it a bit. they ever sit straight. And I'm going to put a second one over here. But you don't have to do this, and I'll... So we've got these little mud rows now. And for example, I'll show you. It's not going to do it now. I planted those literally everywhere earlier on. It needs to be within an ecosystem, of course it does. Oh, that's a ground seed. That's not what we want. Got the wrong one, that's why it won't work. Fungal spore, lettuce seed, there we go. That's better. Right. Now I'm going to plant this one over here just to show you can plant it literally anywhere. But I'm also going to use our mud beds, because the problem with planting seeds anywhere is you forget where you've put them. So if I've got a point of reference to come back to, oh, you can see all the little amenity guys coming over for a little look. Okay. At least I know where I've put my crops. Now we should also have some other seeds. Got some carrot seeds there. Let's plant those as well. And I had one more seed, I can't remember what it was, a strawberry seed. So we'll plant that one as well. And now, I haven't tried this yet, but we had a fungal spore there. I'm going to try planting that one as well. Oh, he needs to be, looks like, oh, there we go. We can plant him just on the end. We'll plant him over here beside our plot. There we go. Now oh, we've got more than one, brilliant. And that should give us mushrooms for the animals. It's also giving us some nice amenity. They just need a little bit more space than the vegetable seeds. There we go, brilliant. So you can see that different things have different timers on them. Let's go up to on the lettuce. The lettuce are pretty quick, 3 minutes left on that one. And we've got some fungal spores, 20 minutes. So that's our food in. I spent a long time trying to figure out how to put the crops down when you can just plant them anywhere, really. You can also get little fences and that to make this more homey if you want to put them up later on. But we do need to get some fertiliser going. That speeds up your crops. And it's... where did I put the... I thought I put these three things together so I could find them, and look at me losing it everywhere. I thought I put it behind the cosy hut. Perhaps I'm on the other side. Let's have a look. There's the cosy hut. Perhaps I didn't put the fertiliser place down. Let's have a look. Build. Yes, because we didn't have everything. We still need some clay for that. Storage bins are now available, but we need, again, 5 kip. Well, we can make kip a bit easier now because I believe we can sell some of our veggies. But we do need to fulfill this quest. Oh, we haven't got our lettuce yet. Still waiting for it to grow. So back to our lettuce. And this is the place we'll hand in our veggies for kip. And we're going to get 5 kip for 10 lettuce there. And 10 kip for 10 carrots. So that's a good thing. Just check over here. They're the fences that I thought back over and find where we put our crops. How could I lose those crock pots so quickly? See, that's probably where you should build it, next to these pollination pods, but I haven't figured that one out yet. Here they are. Right, our big cat's at 16 minutes. We've got some lettuce. Looks like we only get one. Are we getting seeds back? Oh, we've got to turn them into lettuce seeds. We're just getting standard seeds, so we can grow anything. Okay. Now, remember, we had to hand in 10 lettuce to get just 5 kip, and we needed kip to build the fertiliser place, so we're going to have to be planting a lot of these crops. But I think after we've built these crops, one thing we need to do is actually set up our tent and a campfire. In fact, it might be nice to put it here by the crops, slightly away from the village. Now, while I was off wandering earlier off camera, I think I made the tent and the campfire, but I didn't put them down because I wanted to do that on camera. So there, we can put our tent right beside there, and we should be able to put our little campfire. Let's grab that bit of wood and put our campfire in front of our tent. Did I make the campfire though? Yes, I did. There we go. And that was just from things in our crafting area. There we go. So we've made nearly everything there, I think, except the bone jaw sword, which is quite a nice weapon, to be honest. But I'm still waiting on that other bone. Now, we have got some meat we can cook here. So we can cook salad with alley leaves, which are over in the ecosystem, and roots. We can cook with mushroom and meat. But at the moment we've only got the ingredients for the fish, so we'll craft that one. And we'll craft the raw meat, I think, as well. And what we'll also do is put that in our menu, because, you know, in a minute there'll be a moment when I absolutely need it and it won't be ready to use. Same with the fish. Oops. Well, we didn't do that right. There we go. Okay. So we should have a few more crops ready here. That's a carrot, that's why it's taking a bit longer. Okay, let's head back up and turn some more of those seeds into useful things. Make some more lettuce. We'll make some more carrots as we get a little bit more kip from them. And then we'll get planting again. look at all that amenity we're getting, or I hope we're getting, for planting things. We'll do the same with the carrot seeds, especially as they take a little bit longer. Okay, let's check on the mushrooms that we put all down the side here. And we should be able to return to our quest giving guy now and hand in our spare lettuce. Let's see if we've got enough. I think we wanted 3, so we've got 11. We've got enough to turn in, but not enough for the kit, unfortunately, which is what we need to build the fertilizer area, and that will allow us to grow our crops a bit faster. Gives us a little speed up buff.
Start. Rupal Hokposu.
Right, so that's that. I'm just going to check there's nothing else. We've still got to resolve the food shortage quest. We might have to go back. Oh, we've got to build the storage boxes. That's what we're trying to get the kit for. Okay. I don't know where I got all the kit last time because I just seem to have it. I must have been very, very lucky. I don't think we can trade because we haven't got 10. No, we've got 8. How annoying. Just that short. Just got to check nothing new added there. Nothing of interest there. So we're just waiting on some of our crops to grow. Sell the crops for the kip. Use the kip so we can build the storage boxes and the fertilizer place. Need to check that as well while I'm over here. That one. Oh, it's clay we needed for that. So while our crops are growing, we'll go off and find some clay. I bet that's going to be really hard to find. Oh, there we go, look. I take it back. Now, in the distance, I can see a withered nest, so I want to go and get rid of that. But I want to change my weapon, make sure I've got my harpoon equipped. Now it's giving me the spade again. Right. Should have taken them out first. Seems like a really good time to try out some of our new food. I don't know if that works better than the berries or not, to be honest. Ah, where's my weapon? He's huge. There's our other bone we needed for our bone sword. So let's make that. And we've of course found the clay, so we can actually build the fertiliser place now if we head back to the village. I think we should build the fertiliser place up by the crops because, I mean, who wants a stinky fertiliser place right beside the village? Let's see if we can find a place to put this. Oh, of course it's right in my tent. The only spot it will go in. Now this one needs some more materials. Oops. So we've got more. There we go. Now, if we walk over here, we can use the shed and we can make 2 types of fertiliser. We either need bones and dung or thatch and clay. Unfortunately we don't have either of those right now, so we'll have to wait. Let's go back over to our crops. Apologies for my dog barking in the background, I don't know if you can hear him. He always likes to feature in one of these episodes. Right, and let's dig up some of these carrots. I think we need 10 and I've got a feeling we haven't got 10. We're going to have to make a new stone shovel. Luckily we had all the things. Well, the strawberry's taking its time, 43 minutes. And I think the mushrooms are as well, yeah. 3 more minutes till the mushrooms are done. But let's have a look in our inventory. We have now 28 lettuce and 5 carrots, so we can certainly hand in some lettuce. Whether it's enough kit to buy the storage bins, I'm not sure. There we go. Where are we going to put them? Says it's too far away from the village, but that seems a little bit weird considering we're in the village. So might have to do with just the one. Let's see what he says.
Ah, Ogu Chorkibno Alsham the Papa Torek Kichal Ishalapu.
Let's have a look at our journal now. Bridge to the mainland. Right, we've just got to finish off and go and talk to this lady.
Jean Pahu. Stimbalo Jean, chica. Ashtulu Arpu Pago.
Okay, so that's going to end our first video. In the second video we'll be heading over to the bridge to try and repair the bridge and hopefully move into the mainland. And also we'll continue expanding. What I will probably do off camera is do a load of gathering, plant a load of food, so that we can move on quite seamlessly with the next part, so we don't get stuck like we did this time a bit with gathering, because nobody wants to see someone just run around and do gathering all the time in a video. You want to see what's going on. So I'll do all that off camera, and when we come back for the second episode we will be all stocked up and ready to go and fix that flipping bridge. Thanks very much for sticking with it, guys, and watching. Really enjoying this one. It's absolutely loads of fun, even if the gathering is a little bit tedious, but you know, that's part of the game, isn't it? So I hope to see you in part 2, and we'll be back shortly.